Hi guys, and welcome back to my new video. Today I will be building a modern house, and this house will be for a family with a teenage kid. I didn't assume any gender, so I make it neutral, but the kid is quite musician, so you will have a lot of instruments in the room. So I know that this neighborhood is not as modern as I would like it to be, but I think this house is great and it matches a lot of like wood tones and also gray tones and black tones, and you can never go wrong with those colors. So if you have anything better, like any other lot would be better for this build, please choose it. So as I was building this house, I play a lot with the layout, and also I lost my idea in the middle of the build. It actually took me 2 days to build this, but for the first day I knew what I wanted to do. I have an inspiration, and also I wanted to make it as modern as possible and also not so much standing out from the neighbors. But for the second day, I don't know, it's like I completely lost my idea and the vision for this house, and the worst was the garden. I didn't know what to do with because of it. I actually cut the most of it out, and you will see the end results in the screenshot, and also if you download it from the gallery. Unfortunately, I didn't want to make this long video only because I didn't know what I wanted to do with the build, so you will see me cut a little more than usual. So I have a specific vision, and as you can see, I'm playing a little with this outside walls that are not exactly covering any room around it or anything like that. I don't know how to call it, but the walls are just for decoration pieces. They are just a little pre-long from the walls, so it actually covers great with the roof if you prolong the roof as well. So it makes this great composition when you have the shape a little longer than it is in real life. So I love the idea and also the composition. Obviously modern houses are quite rectangle in shapes, so I made the second part of the house quite normal, and the top floor is a little oversizing the bottom floor, but it creates this roof underneath the entrance, so it's great. And you will see me playing a little with the layout in the house. I didn't have to do much because building it outside, it creates a great layout inside. So mostly I added 2 bathrooms and that was it. I didn't have to do much with it. And also this bottom floor or first floor, if you wanna say it, and is open space for kitchen, office, dining room, and also living room. So you will see me put a lot of stuff around this place, even if it's so small. And there's 2 bathrooms. All bathrooms are functional and also fully equipment, so you will have 2 showers. I didn't add any bathtubs, and also sinks and toilets. I decorated it similarly, so you will see me cut most of it out. I didn't want to bore you so much. But actually going to the kitchen and also living room space, this open space, I wanted to separate it a little with colors. That's why the kitchen is quite brown, dark, and also orange. You will see me put orange appliances later on the video. But I love how the kitchen turns out. I added a little stuff around the clutter around the kitchen, and also I put it on the windows. I wanted to make sure that this kitchen will be quite useful for the sim, so I added a coffee maker as well. I never added before in my builds, so I added when I play for myself, but I don't recall if I added anything for the YouTube channel I add. So this is quite new, and I think it's quite big kitchen. It's the second biggest kitchen I probably did for the videos. Because the first one was in the mansion, and this mansion, it had a huge room for the kitchen, so I have a lot of space to play around. But here I think that even I have 2-tile white kitchen, it's quite spacious as well. So I added a lot of stuff. I added a little cupboards. Obviously your Sims doesn't use cupboards that much, they only need one counter, but I wanted to make this a functional kitchen feel and look. So overall I love the color scheme and I love this place. Next to the kitchen I added like dining table, only for 2 Sims at first, but after I added this office nook area and well, just behind the staircase, well, not the staircase, the ladder, I managed to actually put like 3 chairs for the dining table, so I was quite happy about it. And I also used this like tiny living table. Yes, it's a little higher than the normal table, so I needed to use like a bar stools, but I kinda like the idea to have a bar table in the house. So right now I'm putting the office area. It's just a little desk and also a shelf above it. I don't even have computer on it, but obviously you can actually buy a laptop or something like that and your sim will be great and you can use it as well. But there is a computer for a teenage boy or a girl, whatever you want, upstairs in the room, so you will have at least 1 computer for this lot. I think there are a few things missing from this house. One of them is probably a curtain next to the office area. You probably wanted to have it, especially on a sunny day. There are a few things missing, but nothing that you probably will view on the first spot. So I think in overall I managed to put a quite nice and modern house. And obviously you can like pretend that the things that are missing are like hidden in the walls, and obviously this house is like a modern house, so it could be like, well, smart house as well, so all those things can be like put from the walls or anything magic like that. Or not magic, but obviously electronic. I really do hope that you will like this build, because I have great fun building it and I didn't have to like worry about the color scheme, and if they match, so you're good to go, because like we know, we are used to have lots of different things because we are buying things not at the same time, but in a time we gather a lot of stuff and furnitures for our houses. And maybe this house is like a modern outside, it was bought, but over the time it changed a little, so I go with the feeling that I love the orange scheme and also the purple vibe, so I put a little purple in the living room. You will see me changes the swatches for the couches, but with overall feeling of this house, even if it's not like one color scheme or something like that, I wanted to say that I like this house because it looks like a family lives in it and have a good time. I don't know, like in the interiors, I'm not a specialist for interiors, so I'm not sure if I am doing something correct or if the style is correct, because that's not my topic. But I think that overall, if it's pleasing for your eyes and also the color schemes is working for you, that's great. I managed to put a lot of greenery. Obviously I love plants and I'm sad because my plant died like a few days ago and I'm not happy about it. I have it beautifully for 2 years, I think, and I moved to another city and I think the water was like a little too harsh for it and it killed it. Well, I know now that I cannot like go straight from the tap with the water for my plants. Obviously a lot of them are like sensitive, but I'm not the greatest gardener, so I don't know, maybe something else killed this plant and I'm not aware of it. So moving on to the upstairs, I guess. We are starting with the teenage room. I put a lot of clutter, a lot of posters and also a lot of music instruments in this room. I wanted to make something like this room was quite spacious, so I wanted to make like a hobby for the kids. So I chose music instruments, and also I added a basketball because I think that your kids should be quite active and do a lot of sports. Well, a lot of sports, and we should all do a lot of sports, especially me because I'm sitting on my ass 24/7, I think, and I'm not moving around a lot. So I don't know. I have to start something. And unfortunately I will need to cut it short. I know that it's the second video in a row that I need to cut it short. Unfortunately, I don't know, I just have to like move around a lot, especially lately. I'm driving to my grandma again It's not for her birthday or anything like that. It's just my grandma was staying with us for this few days, and I just needed to put her back in her home. And I don't want to have her like traveling around in a public bus, because like yesterday we heard in the TV that there's one person in a train that was sick on COVID, and a lot of people like got sick from it. And my grandma is quite old and have a lot of trouble with her asthma, and I don't want to put her through it. So I'm cutting short, but in a few minutes you will see me like putting a lot of screenshots for especially the garden, because the garden is mostly cut out. And I hope you really like this video, and I'm promising the next one will be better with the voiceover. I just needed to actually focus on it and make sure that it's on point. I didn't have time for this one, but in the future it would be better. And if you like this video, please subscribe and give a thumbs up. And also, if you like the build and you wanted to download it from the gallery, my ID is themintSims. Hope you like it. Hope you have a best and great weekend, and see you next week. Bye bye.